Pandas. I'm Buy My Money, and welcome to a special weekend video on what I think is going to happen with the S&P 500. This is going to be a quick video because typically when we take these setups, or when we look at setups, we do them real time, and so we have just a few seconds to decide what we want to do on any trade. For any trade, I like to always first identify the market cycle. What market cycle are we in? At a quick glance, you can see that we are in a downtrend, but you can confirm that by looking at the price action. We have a uptrend here, break a trend to new high, and this new high creates a failed second entry long. We have first pullback, first entry, second pullback, second entry, and that fails, so we call that failed second entry long. Why does it fail? Because it fails to continue this original trend, but instead reverses and makes a downtrend, and so that failed second entry long confirms here our downtrend. This is what we call a major trend reversal, and when that triggered, I remember mentioning on the stream that this is going to be a big reversal because of this setup. And the reason why I know that is because we see this setup hundreds and hundreds of times every single, from all the days we've been streaming, right? We see this setup so many times, and this is the setup that we look for, and it helps us to identify that we are in a downtrend. Now typically when you're in a trend, right, what we look for is a break of trend to new low. And what do I mean by that? Well, right now we have a trend here, we have a downtrend, and what we expect is this trend to break and make a new low to continue the original trend. We want more than one leg down, we want two legs down at least, minimum. And so what happens is typically in this scenario, what we look for is a second entry short. Simple as that. Two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA, and we're looking for a new low here. And so what I think is going to happen is we're going to make it second entry short off the 20 MA and make a new low. The only thing that will stop me from thinking that is if we actually break way above the 20 MA and then we trigger the second entry short above like this, then possibly you may have a failed second entry short right here. But typically what happens, and we see this setup dozens and dozens of times, hundreds of times, if I say, if we look at the total body of work that we have on my channel, we see this setup so many times, right, on the 2000 tick frame, that we basically expect at this point to leg a pullback back to the 20 MA. Now the immediate context, we're in a trading range, right, choppiness, and typically I'll sit on my pause unless we break out of here, but I expect because of the trading range, what typically happens with a trading range, right, 1 2 3 4 5 overlapping bars, we have a breakout, and that breakout typically fails, and we continue the original trend, which is down. And so what do I expect? I expect this to break up a little bit higher, maybe to 20 MA, and then a push down further, making a new low. How low will this new low go? It could be a measure move. And that is less likely, but that is a possible scenario. We have a measure move around the 20 MA, and we're thinking about going back down to the 4,000 level here. Now, will this happen? I have no idea, Pandas. I can only give you probabilities. Most likely what will happen is we'll make a bounce to a new low, but we also have to recognize we are right on the 240 SMA here, and we may bounce up and reverse here. All right, that's it for what I think is going to happen with S&P 500. Most likely two-legged pullback back to 20 MA to make a new low, and that's it. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.